So today we're working on a 2012 Hyundai Santa Fe with the 16 valve dual overhead cam. We're doing a starter replacement. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get to, but if you've got general mechanic knowledge, it should be pretty simple. First thing you're going to do is pull these 3 bolts out here. They're little screws. Funny looking guys, like plastic retainer caps like this. Just unscrew it and then pop it out. Once those are out, that piece comes off. Work your air cleaner out. There'll be a screw clamp in this general vicinity, this guy here. Get that off. There'll be another one connected down here to the throttle body. Get that off. And then there's a couple bolts that you need to take care of for the air cleaner. One's hidden back here. Once the air cleaner setup is completely out of the way like this, work the battery tray out. There's 4 main bolts in the battery tray. They bolt in right here. Once those are off, disconnect this setup from the side of the battery tray and this from the side of the battery tray. Then you're going to want to go down into here. The throttle body is not on there anymore, but there's 4 bolts holding that throttle body on and 2 little hoses. Pull the 2 hoses off, pull the 4 bolts out, take the throttle body off. There's a rubber gasket that sets in there, so be careful about that. Don't let it fall inside there. Once that's out, you got 2 bolt holes, and there they are right there for the starter. The starter's going to be up and underneath behind in there. That cavity in there, you can see a little half-shelf tray sitting in there. The starter kind of rests on that tray back there. So pull these 2 bolts out. Once those 2 bolts are out, then you work the starter up through this jumbled mess of wires and stuff over by your fan. This is on the driver's side. It won't come all the way out because it's still connected to the back of the starter. So once you get it up into this general vicinity, flip it over. You're going to disconnect 2 setups on it. One is this cannon plug right here, this weather connection, and the other is this guy here. It's just held on with a nut. Take that off, work the starter out, and then all you got to do is put it back in the same direction you got it off on. Hook this up, hook up this cannon plug, the weather plug connection here. Work it back up and into there. Onto that shelf back there. It's kind of hard to see. Once you pull it out, you'll know more what it's about. Let's see if I can get it in the other direction. Not really. Yeah, see that shelf right there? It kind of sets on that shelf. This is where the starter goes in at over there. That's the starter hole. So set it back up on that shelf, get it all lined up, throw your 2 bolts back in. One on top, one on bottom there. You see the top one by the yellow mark, and then the bottom one down there. Barely see it near the hose. Once you get them on, line everything up, tighten everything up. Put the 2 hoses back on, make sure the gasket's seated for the throttle body with the 4 bolts. Come back over here and start plugging everything back in. The battery tray, your air cleaner, all your tubing and your hoses that come off your vacuum lines and stuff. And you should be good to go. Don't forget to plug in all your connections while you're at it. Hope it helps. Again, this is for a 2012 Hyundai Santa Fe starter replacement.